Hello. Welcome to the very last math homework you have as a fifth grader. Tomorrow, Friday, you have a test. It's going to be about volume, which is, of course, you multiply three things: length, width, and height, to figure out how much can fit inside of a prism, a box. Prism's a fancy word for a box, three-dimensional figure. And then next week, we're going to review the final. Finals, everything we did over the second semester, so even back to fractions. Yeah, fractions are back. But it's the final is going to be, whatever, we'll get in that next week. Let's just get to today's work, Cat. Oh, okay, Cat. 979 to 981. 979 is a vocabulary check. Matching these with these. What words do you have to know? Let's find out. Equilateral triangle. Equilateral, it's got the word equal in it. Not exactly spelled equal, but so equal, everything's the same in that triangle. 2, composite figure. Composite figure, composite. I'm not even looking at the answers. I'm just giving you hints here. Composite, you've put different stuff together. It's not just one thing, it's a couple things put together. 3, a parallelogram. That is a quadrilateral, I'll tell you that much. And quadrilaterals, all those quadrilaterals. Oh, page 929. We'll give you the answer to that one. Volume, pump up the volume. Don't do it. Volume is not just sound, but is also volume is my coffee. Where's my coffee? Did I leave it out there? Where the heck did I put my coffee? Be right back. Talk to the cat. Talk to the cat. There you go. Did she have anything interesting to say? Oh. Okay. Volume. Number 5, rectangular prism. Prism is essentially any three-dimensional figure is a prism. Kind of looks like the word pyramid to me, and that's how I remember it. Pyramids are three-dimensional. But prisms are. Pyramids are not. Oh, they're not? Oh, I'm curious. No, I don't know. Rectangular. It's got a rectangle in it, that's for sure. 6, a regular polygon. Polygons, as we remember, are two-dimensional figures made up of straight lines, no curves. It's not a circle. That form an enclosed space. That is a polygon. They don't crisscross. They connect and they form an inside and outside. If it's regular, which one is regular? Regular is that everything was matching. A square is a regular polygon. An equilateral triangle is a regular polygon. Triangular prism, see above, rectangular prism, but it's triangular. Obtuse triangle. It's obtuse. Which one was an obtuse? It's not a cute. It's not a little cute one. And it's not a right one. It's obtuse. Face. Face. Three-dimensional figure made up of edges, vertex, or three. What's that part? Polygon. Oh, I just explained what a polygon was seconds ago. Square is what kind of polygon? And the last one is a pentagon. Pent. Yeah, a pentagon. You can find that as well in the earlier pages of this book. You'll remember pentagon. Turn the page, 13 and 14, name each polygon, determine if it appears to be regular or not regular. Well, to name it, you have to count the sides. Count side number 13 there. How many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-sided polygon. What's that called? Regular, everything's the same. Irregular, everything's different. 15, describe the attributes of each quadrilateral, then classify the quadrilateral. Describing the attributes are the sides parallel? Are the sides the same? Are all the angles the same? Number 15, turn it like that, turn it, flatten it. These two sides are parallel, these two sides are parallel, but the angles are all different, and they're not the same length. Again, I think 929 is your answer to that one. 17 and 18, describe the faces, edges, and vertices of each three-dimensional figure, then identify it. How many faces? You can count the faces. That's a face, that's a face, that's a face. The face is the flat sides and the edges. Edges, where two faces meet. Vertices, where three faces meet. So those are the points, the edges, the pointy part, the part where you step on the Lego on the floor and you go, ow! There you go, identify it. You'll remember that from the page before. Problem solving. A triangle forms the front of the Pantheon in Rome, Italy. Classify the triangle based on its sides, then classify it based on its angles. All right, so this is way back at the beginning of the chapter. So you remember there's 3 different ways of describing a triangle by its sides. Are they all equal? Equilateral. Are 2 of them equal? Isosceles. Are none of them equal? Scaling. And then, of course, there are 3 different ways to describe a triangle based on its angles. Is it a right angle? Is it a acute angle? Is it an obtuse angle? That one's pretty easy to figure out. Number 20. Sean keeps his photos in a box like the one shown. That is a box. What is the volume of the box? Volume, multiply, length times width times height. In this one, you got 6, 12, and 4. Multiply them all together. How am I going to do that? I'm going to multiply the 6 times the 4. It's 24. And I'm going to multiply 24 times 12. 24 times 12 is the same as 24 times 10. 240 plus 24 times 2, 48. 240 plus 48 is 288. Number 11, Ishmael, call me Ishmael, jogs around a track that is in the shape of a regular pentagon. What the? That's weird. I want to see that track. One side of the pentagon is 1/4 of a mile long. How far does Ishmael jog if he completes 6 laps around the track? Okay. How many sides in a pentagon? You know that. Multiply that number times 1/4, and you will get how long it is to go around the track. One side is 1/4 mile. How many sides of a pentagon? Multiply that by 1/4, and then he does 6 times. So multiply that number times 6. Oh, okay, I got it. I'm not going to know the answer, though. We'll tell you that later. Or should I just combine them? Well, if the track was a hexagon, how far would Ishmael jog in 6 laps? I say don't answer this question because if it was a hexagon, is it the same? Is that the only difference? Is it's a hexagon? Each side is still 1/4. I don't like these questions. Sometimes these questions just drive me crazy. If it was a hexagon, how many sides would it have? Each side is still 1/4 mile. Then you just have to multiply that number by that number and then times 6 again. Blah, blah, blah. That's seriously a blah, blah, blah question. Number 22, the last one. Find the volume of the composite figure. All right, composite figures. What do? You just treat it like it's 2 different figures and add them together, right? So you do the bottom one, the big one, which is what? 25 times 9 times 12. big numbers there to multiply. 25 times 9 times 12. And then you add that to the top one, which is 8 times 10. But wait, there's not a third number. It's because the third number is down here. That 9 is the same as that line up there. So the top one, you can multiply 8 times 10 times 9. I would multiply the 9 times the 8, 72, and then multiply it by 10, because multiplying by 10 is always easy. 72 times 10 is 720. The bottom is big. I'm going to multiply the 9 times the 12, 108. Multiply that by 25. Boy, it's a lot. It's pretty big. Pretty big. 108 times 25. 108 times 25 is the same as 108 times 100 divided by 4. Because now I'm just going to confuse you, aren't I? 108 times 100 is 10,080. Divide that by 4 is 2,700. What was our top one? 720. Oh, got it. Yeah. The answer is one of them. The answer is the one. I'm just going to give you a hint. The answer is the one whose letter is also the first letter in an animal that has been seen in this video. How's that for a hint? Wahaha. All right. Good luck. Tomorrow morning you get a test, and then you're done. Well, then finals, and then you're done. So close. So close.